Hey guys, it's me again. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to everybody to my 12 days of Christmas. Yesterday was day 12, today is day 11. Today I want to talk about Christmas budgets. Do you have a Christmas budget? Is there a need for a Christmas budget? Does the budget go out the window because it's Christmas? How does that work? How do you prepare for your Christmas dinner? Is there a budget for the dinner? Do you do traditional or do you try something different every year? For me, I feel like traditional Christmas dinner is like the ham, the brisket, the usual string beans or collard greens, macaroni and cheese, candy yams, sweet potato fluff, rice, gravy, whatever it is. Do you stick to the traditional foods or do you try something different? Have you tried pescatarian one year? Would you consider trying a Caribbean dinner for Christmas? Would you consider going out to eat for Christmas? What does that look like for you? And what does that budget look like depending on how many people are in your household, how many people are in your family, and how many people that you would be actually communing with for Christmas dinner? In our family, Christmas dinner was like the traditional. And then when we all grew up, we started our own thing. I know 2 years ago, I had a sister that did pescatarian for Christmas. I'm in a space where the traditional foods are kind of starting to wear and tear on me. They're kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. I know this Saturday, my brother and my sister-in-law are doing their annual Christmas party where we all come together. The siblings come together, our spouses come together, the adult nieces and nephews come together, maybe some friends. It started out just being for the siblings and it has grown because it has gotten to be something that's popular. Do you guys do a family traditional party? If so, is there someone that's designated to host it? Do you guys go rotate house by house? Right now, my family just does it every year at my brother's house. I would like to in the future have it where either it's something that we kind of go 1 year to his house, 1 year to my house, 1 year to my sister's house, 1 year to another brother's house, depending on how that will work out. Because in Pennsylvania, our winters are hit or miss. Sometimes you get snow, sometimes you get blizzards, sometimes you don't. So it just depends. And I know a lot of people don't really want the hustle and bustle of traveling. And we do have siblings that live out of state. But for now, that's kind of the move. And everybody brings a dish. This year, I was talking to my sister-in-law earlier this year about it. And I love that she took on the idea of everybody bringing a wrap gift and then playing a game. The beauty of that is that everybody gets a chance to give and receive, which is what Christmas is traditionally about. The budget for that, there's a budget for that. At my church, we did a gift exchange as well, and there was a budget. And our pastor did a, what is it called when he had caterers come out. That's what it is. He did a catered dinner for us after church. And then he gave everybody a token or a gift of love, which I thought was very thoughtful, because I feel like this is a time where people are really looking at your heart. It's not about spending money. It's about the care that you put behind what you do for other people. And so again, when I think about that budget for the meal, I'm also thinking about that budget for your gifts. And this might be controversial, but do you have a budget for your gifts, or is the budget thrown out the window? And is your budget for your spouse different than your budget for your children, different than the budget for your parents, different for the budget for your best friend, different than the budget for siblings? How does that work in your household? I know for us, we typically have a budget. My husband and I kind of grew up a little bit different, where he kind of grew up with wanting for nothing. I grew up in a way bigger immediate family than he did. So you didn't get everything you wanted, but you got everything you needed and maybe a couple of things you wanted for Christmas. And that sufficed, because what we had was, again, like I explained yesterday, we had love, we had fun, we had decorations, we had food, we had family. And that was what really was important to us. So a budget for me, I think, is important, because I feel like not just for Christmas, but across the board, you should have a budget. And my financial house is always in the back of my mind, because not only is it just my financial house, but it's also my husband's. And on top of that, we both are business owners. So with that, you have to really be mindful of the budget. So again, do you guys have a budget? Is that something that's important for you guys? So I remember one Christmas, my late sister Rochelle, she got all these gifts for us. And I think I might have been about maybe 11 or 12. I don't know, somewhere in that area. And all these gifts, like, okay, we all lived in the same house, and I kind of sort of saw in her room that she had a bunch of gifts. But when I saw that, I hurried up and closed the door because I wanted to be surprised. But the kicker was, when I went downstairs Christmas morning, everybody comes downstairs. My dad's sitting on the couch. You know, everybody got to get up to watch the kids open their gifts, right? So for some reason, my sister thought I believed in Santa Claus. I don't. And she put, "Love, Rochelle, and Santa." And I was like, oh, that's nice. I didn't care who it said it was from. I just wanted the gifts. But I thought that was so interesting how she put "Love, Rochelle, and Santa." Another thing that I remember is my sister Rochelle is the first person that I remember taking me to church. Yep. She's the first person I remember taking me to church. And the first church I remember going to was Bethel Deliverance International Fellowship of Churches. Back then, it was just Bethel Deliverance. So it has grown, but she took us to church, and that's how we started going to church, was with her. And it was kind of on and off and on again, off and on again. And I remember going back to Bethel when I was maybe about 20 or 21, I don't remember. And then I left Bethel and I left church for 8 years, and then went back in 2008 to BYOAB, which is Bear Ye One Another's Burdens Family Ministry Church in Philadelphia. I stayed there until I relocated, and now I'm at Mount Carmel Church of God in Christ in Westchester. So another thing that I think about when I think about budget, right? You know, you're doing your meals, you're doing your gifts for people, and then you're buying, you know, you might buy like tablecloths or placemats. You know, that's still in the vein of decor, but more so kitchen or dining room decor. Is that something that you guys do? Are you guys interested in that type of thing? Does it matter? Do you use paper plates, or is it a special occasion enough for you to bring out your fine china? How does that work? Do you guys have a children's table and an adult's table? I remember at my aunt's house, we would go to my Aunt Pat's house, and she would have an adult table and she would have a children's table. And I remember, like, all the children would look at the adult table and be like, one day I'm going to sit at that adult table. It was a big thing. It was a big deal. And then you became an adult and you sat at the table and realized it was the same thing. You were at the table with the adults in the adult conversation. Same food, same house. But I just remember those things very vividly as I think about the holidays. And I also realize that different people have different values when it comes to money. And so the budget is different for different people. And then some people are in a financial position where they don't have to have a strict budget for when they buy gifts, right? So I remember getting good gifts from my dad. I remember getting good gifts from my siblings. But I remember like my grandparents and my aunt and uncle, their gifts were a little different because they were in a different financial situation. So yeah, for me, as I get older, I realize it's not so much about the gifts. It's more so about the experiences. And so getting something for someone that's practical, where you know that they'll get use out of it, I feel like that's more important. So I try to be more purposeful in my selection when I'm doing gifts, if I'm doing gifts. So as I shared yesterday, I'm getting into crafting, and I thought about actually doing a craft as a gift for someone, creating something for someone, whether it's a mug or a bag or a t-shirt or a centerpiece, different things of that nature, because I feel like that's something that is lasting. It's something, that somebody's hand was in and actually creating it for you, and they thought about you and it was well thought out. Ooh, sorry guys. So, yep. Another memory that I have as far as a budget, when I was living with my father, we had the old jars of pickles. My dad would wash out and dry out real good. Then he would close the lid tight, put duct tape around it, and then cut a slit in the top of it. And we would put all our coins and our dollar bills in there to save. Did anybody else do like a piggy bank type of thing as a kid and save their money? I feel like that was really a good foundation of showing us how to save. But it was just a pickle jar, and we just slid the money in the little slit that he cut at the top, and he taped it around so that, we wouldn't go in there and try to take the money. And that tape back then, it was very difficult to get off. So we didn't take it off. But at the end, like around maybe a week before Christmas, my dad would open it up and let us count our money to see what we saved up. And we used that money to buy gifts for the people we wanted to buy gifts for. So from a child, I always knew about having a budget set for whatever, whether it was summer vacation, holiday gifts, birthday gifts, anniversary gifts, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all of those different things. But in the vein of Christmas, what that taught us was you had to save in order to be able to buy. I often think about how we don't talk much about saving. We talk about the fun side of Christmas, right? Because there's multiple sides of Christmas. There's a superficial side, there's a fun side, and then there's the true meaning of Christmas. So in the vein of budgeting, I don't think enough of us are learning at a young age how to save, how to make, how to stretch a dollar, or as they would say, make a dollar out of 15 cents. And one of the things that I remember from my dad was that savings piece. Because whatever you saved in that jar for 12 months was what you had, whether it was dollars or coins. And you had to figure out how you were going to buy this person, this person, this something. So for us, for instance, it was our dad. We had our aunt and uncle. We had our grandparents. And then we had each other. So you had to figure out how to stretch whatever you saved. And we might have saved like maybe $100. Because as kids, you like, what do you really get? And we didn't really get like today's kids get an allowance. We didn't get an allowance. Like it may have been like maybe you got $1 here, or an aunt or uncle or somebody came over and gave you $5 for a special occasion, but we didn't really get an allowance. Our needs were met. And so what we did is we learned the value of $1. And I feel like this Christmas, we really should hone in on making it fun. Turn it into a game for your kids. They have Monopoly money. You can create your own game. You can go online and Google games, and you can show them like, okay, this is Christmas and you guys are interested in giving gifts, and that's great. And so gifts cost money. And so if I save this amount of money for this amount of months, this is what I'll have. And if I have this much money, then I can do this with it. We're not doing that enough. And so a lot of children are growing up, and Christmas is fun and it's great and it's about love and it's about giving and getting together with family. And that's great. We really need to hone in on teaching our children the importance of saving. And we also need to hone in on teaching our children the importance of Christ and Christ's Mass, Christmas. No, December 25th is not the day that Christ was born. We know that. But this is the day that's set aside for us to celebrate his birth and all that he has done for us. But in the vein of Christmas budgeting, that's some of the things that I learned along the way with budgeting. You know, it's like, all right, I'm putting this money aside. I got quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies. I'm putting that in there. I have $1. Let me roll that up and put it in there. Maybe I have a 5. But I feel like it's really important that we don't lose sight of our goals because of one day. It's fine to give gifts to people. Do what you want to do. But also be mindful that December 26th is going to come. And then January 1st is going to come. The mortgage is due. The rent is due. Utilities are due. You know, there's different things that need to be taken care of. And our finances need to be one of our top priorities when we are celebrating these holidays, whether it's birthdays, Christmas, whatever. So what's your budget like for your Christmas dinner? What's your budget like for your gifts for people? Do you give gifts? Do you have dinner at your house, or do you just go to other people's house and you're okay with bringing leftovers from someone else's house? Did you grow up like me where you have to have food at home in addition to going to other people's houses? Are you like me this year where I'm giving the gift of love? I'm not giving a monetary gift to anyone. My husband and I have decided we're going to give the gift of love. And you can call that frugal or whatever you like, but you have to know where you are and what works. And if you have a goal for the new year, then sometimes you have to pivot what you're used to doing as far as your spending is concerned so you can meet your goal. So this year, our tradition, we did do Christmas decorations. We are into playing Christmas music. We are going to have something to eat at home, but we're not going all out. We're not going to break the bank because we have a goal for 2024. And so sometimes the best gift you can give somebody is helping them map out their goals for 2024. Sometimes the best gift you can give somebody is giving them love, because there's people out there that have not been shown love for a very long time and they need it. I think we would have less violence in the world if we had more love in the world. So for Christmas, when you're thinking about your traditions and you're thinking about your budget and what you want to do for people, just think about the true meaning of Christmas and how we're supposed to give love on Christmas Day and every day. So do a good gesture. Maybe go and feed the hungry if there's a shelter in your area that is doing that. Maybe go and donate toys for tots or do something for someone else. That's what I'm getting at, but you don't have to break the bank. So when we talk about budget and we talk about traditions with Christmas, we want to have fun. We want it to be light. We don't want to be a Debbie Downer. We don't want to be a mood changer, but we do want to be mindful of the budget. Okay. And so with that said, I do thank you guys so much for watching, those that were live and those that are going to watch the replay. In the vein of budgeting, I do want to share that my books are on sale. I am actually going to post this on Facebook as a regular post. You can buy my books directly from me. You don't have to go to Amazon. You don't have to go to a third party. You can come to me. And my books are, 3 of them are $10 a piece. One is $20 a piece, but I'm actually doing a sale. And I'm not going to mention the sale on here. You're going to have to look out for the post, but there will be a sale for my books. So look out for that. I also have a coaching special going on now. So I'm known as the Wordsmith. So I'm doing the 12 days of Christmas along with a special on my coaching every day. That's going to also be posted with the book special. Again, I'm not going to say it on here. You have to keep watching for that. The last special I have, if you are really serious about changing the trajectory of your financial house in 2024, and you are looking to get your budget in order, get your financial house in order, contact me. We can do a complimentary financial needs analysis, and that will show you where you are and then help you to build into where you want to be in your 2024 budget. You can make a year goal, you can set a 6-month goal, a 3-month goal, and a 1-month goal. However you want to do it. The financial needs analysis is free. Nothing better than free, but some more free. So there's that option. And if you are looking for an opportunity to make more money, if you are looking to make, if you just want to try something different, right? Because a lot of us were in our careers for a long time, and after a while, you kind of become a creature of habit and you're just doing it for doing its sake. If you're looking for a work from home opportunity where you can work full-time, part-time, or anytime, we take you by the hand. We're going to show you all the ropes. You have the opportunity to get upwards to 7 financial licenses. Please contact me. If you're interested, you can contact me either through DM or you can call me at 484-206-5165. Again, my name is Heather, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.